My friends, welcome to Restore Hope Oils. I'm Gav, the founder, certified aromatherapist, and founder of the company. I'm so excited to discuss with you a question or an incident that happened. A customer recently reached out to me and said, Gavin, I put some essential oils on my child and the skin is red. What do I do? Right? And so I want to clear any misconceptions, first of all. As I began talking to this individual, a wonderful human being, and is new to essential oils, trying to understand how to use them right. And I appreciate that they reached out to me and asked this question. The first question I asked was, did you use a carrier oil? And they said, no, I didn't know I was supposed to use a carrier oil. I've used oils before yours, and I've never needed a carrier oil, or I've never been told to use a carrier oil. I need you to understand that because infants or just even young children, generally even as adults, I don't ever counsel in using essential oils without a carrier oil. And the reason is because the concentration of essential oils over the skin is so intense, and for many different skin types can be very, very intense. But the younger we are, the more we need a carrier oil. And again, I will repeat, I will tell all people to use a carrier oil because the skin is not built to have that level of concentration. And what a carrier oil would be something like this, like a fraction of coconut oil, sweet almond oil, safflower, sunflower. You could use a jojoba. And there's lots of different carrier oils, grapeseed oil. What a carrier oil does is it allows for when, let's say, for example, we take something like this and we squirt a little bit on the skin and we rub that in. What it does is it allows that essential oil to, if I take another essential oil and I put it on top of it, it allows it to absorb at a slower rate. And when the skin goes red, all the body's saying is, hey, this is just too intense for me. Please give me more dilution. Generally, that's what happens, right? The body's just saying, hey, just slow it down a little bit. Just let me process this. And so especially with children, you always want to use a carrier oil. You never use an essential oil neat. So neat means without carrier oil. There are a lot of companies out there that will say, hey, it's okay to use essential oils neat. I completely and totally disagree with that. And the reason I disagree with that is because what a lot of people don't see is that if they continue to use essential oils over time, neat, without carrier, their body, just like maybe by eating some food over time in small amounts, we develop a bit of a small reaction to it. The same thing can happen because essential oils can be 25 to 50 times stronger than an herb. I mean, the concentration is so high. The benefit is amazing if we just use them wisely and safely, and that's with something like a carrier oil. Now, again, I mentioned some carrier oils. My favorite for children is sweet almond. Restore Hope Oils, we don't actually sell sweet almond, but find a great organic sweet almond oil, and that's great for young children. Can you utilize essential oils with babies? Yeah, we can talk about that on another YouTube. But again, you don't use every essential oil. Every essential oil is not free reign to use with a baby or to use with young children. It doesn't make sense because some are stronger than others. But you need to understand, if the skin goes red, it's the body saying, hey, it's absorbing too fast. I need a carrier oil. Please just put a carrier oil, and then it becomes like a time release almost. And it just allows the essential oil to slowly absorb and the body to process it. You've had situations, and I've had situations where we just need to sit back and process the information that's just been presented to us. All the body is saying when it goes red is saying, hey, I need more time to process this. Please let me process this. Now, an allergic reaction is different than a skin irritation. Skin irritation is going to be very localized. An allergic reaction generally is going to be spread throughout. And what happens over time, if we use essential oils neat or without carrier oil over time, the body can develop a reaction to that and actually create an allergic reaction to the essential oil. So again, all you're doing with carrier oil is you're allowing that oil to absorb at a slower rate. You're not diluting, or should I say, diminishing the power of the essential oil. All you're doing is allowing for the body to process it. So utilizing carrier oil, like a Restore Hope Oils fractionated coconut oil, or we have a sunflower, and then we're releasing a new carrier oil here soon. All that the body is saying is give me time to process it. So when you put that carrier on, you're saying, hey, I respect you as the body. I'm going to give you time to process this and let you enjoy and experience the power of this essential oil. So again, with infants, I'll do another video on this, but there's oils we don't even use, right? There's so many oils that are off limits to infants and young children because they absorb the oil so much faster than we do. It can be too strong for them. And there are preferred, like I said, carrier oils that I have for them, or that I would use with an infant before I would use any others. And so again, when you're using essential oils, especially with children, there are some companies out there that will say, hey, yeah, just use essential oils neat without carrier. I just don't agree with that. Totally don't agree with that. And years ago, I used to buy essential oils from companies that say, yeah, use them neat, use them neat. And then what you find over time, or many bodies can find over time, is their body develops a reaction to that over time. And so it's not okay. So I always like to use a carrier oil, which a carrier oil could be something like a fractionated coconut oil, sunflower, sweet almond oil, lots of different kinds. And what you're doing is you're slowing the absorption rate of that essential oil so it doesn't irritate your skin, right? It doesn't irritate the body because essential oils are so concentrated. They're so concentrated. And all you're doing is saying, hey, body, I respect what you're telling me. When the body's going red, it's saying, hey, this is too much for me. This is too much for me. Please let me absorb at a slower rate. And that's what you're doing when you put the carrier. You're not diminishing the power of the essential oil. You're slowing the messaging, right? You and I have received too much information before. At the same time, when we're using a carrier oil, we're just slowing the absorption of that message. We're slowing how fast it's coming in the body so the body can process it. So again, this is a topic I've talked about a lot, and I didn't use carrier oils in the beginning of my essential oil world, and it was a horrible mistake because my body started to react to certain oils, and then I began my own research and became an aromatherapist in that. There's a reason for carrier oils. Carrier oils slow the absorption so the body can process the message of the essential oil. That's what you're doing. And so again, remember, especially with infants, there's only certain oils you want to use. And young children, you're always going to just be careful with that and use carrier oils. So my friends, Gav of Restore Hope Oils, if you have questions or whatever, leave comments. Happy to reach out to us at support@restorehopeoils.com. Keep smiling and we'll talk to you soon.